Hi guys. Now, I'm going to talk to you today about putting labels on a GUI4sher project. So, that is words. So, this one has required parameters. You could just say place polygon, for example, and then it'll ask you what the name of the polygon is, and you'd have to use methods to put fills to set up the colors and so on, or else it'll just be black and whatever it's on top of. Now, but labels require a parameter, which is what the words are. So, diamond. And I'm going to put the word diamond, and once again, it's going to ask me for the name of the label, and I'm going to call that the diamond label. And now it's going to ask me where to put it. I'm going to put it right on the diamond. There. Now, anything, if you don't like where it's put, you can say, with any object, diamond, I'll do it with a diamond label, dot. You can use a move method, and then say how many pixels you're going to move it in X and Y. So I'm going to move it about 15 in X and 0. Let's also move it 15 in Y. I'll make it 10 in Y. So it's going to move to the right and a little bit down. And you see I moved it. I like where it is, but I think I moved it too far, so I can move it again. Diamond label that move -5, 0 this time. So I don't want it to move it all in Y, but I want to move it left 5. There it is. Nice centered in the diamond. Another thing you can do with labels is you can use set outline. Okay. It doesn't have a border width or anything like that, but we can use set outline to change the color. So now it's yellow. And finally, you can use the method set font to change the font. So I'm going to use, I want it to be, now there's some fonts that are fairly well built in. I'm going to call it Times, and I'm going to give it a size. So I want it to be bigger. So I'm going to make it, instead of, I think the default is 12 or 14, I'm going to say 20. I'm going to put an end quote, parentheses, and there you see it's now a lot bigger. And I've changed the format of the font a little bit too. And so now I'm going to say diamond, and so now I have to move it again. And there, let's see, and you can really, depending on how much of a perfectionist you are, there it is, nicely centered in the thing. There are other fonts you can use too. Some fonts won't work so well when you change machines, so that's one thing you might want to think about if you're actually sending your little app to other people when you use Make App. Now, you can also and I'm going to label trapezoid for the trapezoid. But I'm also going to say give it a name. So I'm going to call this the trapezoid label. I never can figure out really clever names for labels. And I'm going to, and I can set the font, the outline, and I can put that in when I place the label, and I can say what the font is, equals script, comma, 18, end quote, parentheses. And now it's going to ask me where to put that. Let's put that on the trapezoid. Script, oh, I did the font wrong. Let's fix that. The trapezoid label. That's how you do it, but I screwed it up because I put a comma in there. Set font. Let's do that now. Script 18. No comma. And I spelled it wrong. Okay, let's try that again. One thing is sometimes some days things don't want to work right. I know I could re-edit this film, but watching things, there it is. Trapezoid. And there. Keep on putting a comma. There. That's a little easier to see. And I'm going to also let's see if I can spell this right each time. And I can move that one, say 20, 0. And there it is. Close enough. And so now, if I like the picture I drew well enough, I can just click on Make App. And it'll ask for a file name now for this version. Now this version, you can't edit or anything. This is just for sending like assignment in or to show your friends, look at this cool thing. So I'm going to call this quadrilaterals. And now you can see what it looks like, what this guy looks like. This is, so here it is. There's no, you can't edit it, you can't change it, but it has the same stuff as the original. And if I X out of this, it returns me to the project. How this works when you have a Mac, I'm not entirely sure, or Chromebook, but it should work sort of similarly. You may have to, it may once again bring it up in an editing screen, and idly you may have to use the run menu to run it. Okay, but right now I have in GUI4sher, I have nothing, right? Because I put it in downloads. But in downloads, I have quadrilaterals.py, and I can run this guy anytime I like. And you can mail quadrilateral.py, for example. You can submit it as a project or email it to your friends or something like that. You may want to zip it up first. And I'm going to stop right here.